Namaste, yogis. This is a 45-minute sequence for refreshing energy, inspiration, and vitality. So essentially what that means is that this is a practice to build confidence and build energy. We'll be doing a back bend focused practice, which is very externalizing when we stretch and open the front body and we're viewing the world. So the idea energetically is that we're building this sense of being a social butterfly, or this energy that people are gravitating towards you and want to be around you. You're very personable and very attractive on an energetic level. That's the idea for our practice today. So I'd like you to start sitting in hero's pose, Virasana, and let's sit on the block. So you'll place the block in between your heels, underneath both sit bones the long way, and toes point straight back behind you. You may need to sit on more than one block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, a stack of pillows, whatever you have at home, so that this is comfortable in the knees, the hips, the ankles, and everywhere else. Then place your right hand down on your lap with your palm face up. Place the left hand down on your lap, palm face up, and rest your thumbs against one another. And close your eyes and take a moment here to settle into a comfortable breath. Okay, then open your eyes and let's start with the practice of Kapalabhati, which is the skull shining breath. Short, quick exhales through your nose with a passive inhale. We'll do 60 rounds. Okay, 60 rounds of Kapalabhati. While you do this, extend the arms out to the sides, curl your fingers into your palms and thumbs up. Take a big inhale through your nose, exhale about halfway out, and begin. Keep going, but slow it down. Then exhale all the breath out. On your inhale, reach the arms overhead and touch your thumbs together, and then pause here, holding your breath into the body. You may swallow once to reduce any pressure from holding your breath. Continue to hold as long as it's comfortable for you. You might actually surprise yourself and be able to hold your breath a long time. When you decide it's time for the exhale, while you're exhaling, open the arms out to the sides. And then lower the hands down in your lap and close your eyes. So you may sense an increase of prana, energy, life force, moving up the length of your spine. Maybe, maybe not. Then gently open your eyes, shift forward to tabletop. You can slide your block aside, and then press back long through the right leg, stretching through the back of the leg, back of the knee. And then do the same for the other leg, stretch back long. Then go ahead and cross your ankles, walk your hands back, roll over your feet, and lie down onto your back. Take a full body stretch here, lengthening hands and feet, big stretch for the front body. Then walk your hands over to the top right corner of your mat and walk your feet over to the bottom right corner of the mat, so you're in a little bit of a side stretch, as though you were standing up on your feet. Feeling this length through the left side of the body as you're in a crescent moon or a C shape. Then come back through center and over to the second side. Come back through the middle, lower your arms down by your sides and bend your knees, place your feet flat on the mat. So let's do a little dynamic bridge here. On your inhale, roll up through the spine and reach the arms up and back alongside your ears. Then as you exhale, roll back down. Okay, same thing. Inhale, press up, and then hold your breath for 2 counts at the top of the inhale. Then exhale, release down. Okay, we're going to repeat that. Inhale, coming up. At the top of your inhale, hold your breath, hold your pose for 2 counts, and then exhale and lower down. Take that again. Good. Keep your arms down by your sides, lift your hips, come back to bridge pose. This time you can clasp your hands together underneath your back and try drawing your shoulder blades a little closer towards one another. Press the arms down into the mat and feel the hips lift up towards the ceiling. Keep your gaze straight up towards the ceiling. Take one more big inhale here. Then keep your arms where they are and try lowering your body down on top of your arms. And then breathe here to get a big stretch through the front of the body, breathing right up into your collarbones. Then go ahead and wiggle your arms out from underneath you and lower down. Hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Then place your feet back down on the mat. Open your feet up as wide as your mat and take your arms out in line with your shoulders, palms face up. So get really picky here and actually make sure that your hands are in line with your shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, lower your knees over to the right side. As you inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, knees to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. This time, as you come back to the right side, let's pause and hold the stretch. And if you'd like to go deeper, place your right foot on top of your left thigh. This should increase the stretch you'll feel in the outer left leg, as well as perhaps along the low back and the side of the left rib cage. Then release the right foot and head over to your second side. Take the knees over to the left. Again, if you'd like, you can place the left foot on top of the right thigh for a little bit more. Okay, release the left foot, come back to center. Hug the knees into your chest. This time you can try rocking up and down along the length of your spine, using that rocking action to come all the way up to seated and then back into tabletop, hands and knees. Once you're set up in tabletop, take a big inhale and then exhale, sit back into child's pose. Inhale, come back to tabletop, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Now, inhale back to tabletop. This time, hold your breath for 3 counts at the top of the inhale, and then exhale to child's pose. Okay, so we're adding that kumbhaka, that retention. Inhale, tabletop. Hold your breath, hold the pose for 3 counts. Then continue on into downward facing dog. And now try that 2 more times, that same sequence with the pause at top of inhale. Good. The next time you're back in downward facing dog, you'll stay there. And once you're here in down dog, feel free to wiggle and move, pedal the feet, or anything else that feels good to you. Okay, on your inhale, extend the right leg up into the air behind you, keeping the hips squared for a moment. Take 1 breath here. Then bend the right knee, stack the hip open to the side, and take your scorpion tail shape. While you're here, see if you can keep your weight evenly balanced in both hands. And then if you'd like a little extra challenge, soften your left heel down towards the mat if possible. Keep your hands and feet that same distance apart. So try not to cheat and bring your foot closer in order to get the heel down, okay? Keep that foot back. Then inhale, square the hips, reach the leg long. Exhale, right foot forward between the hands. Pause here, feel the strength in your legs, and then lift up to your high lunge. Extend through the fingertips, nice and tall. Okay, here we go, moving with the breath again. Inhale here, exhale, elbows wide, shoulder blades squeeze together. Inhale, straighten the front leg, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend the knee, bend the elbows. At the top of your inhale, hold the breath for 3 counts, then exhale. Inhale, lengthen, hold for 3, and exhale. Okay, stay with the knees bent, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower the hands down. Keep the left palm flat and then reach up and open through the right arm so you're in a side stretch. Or in a twist. It's not really a side stretch, is it? We could make it a side stretch. Reach the top right arm overhead for the front of the room, but keep the twist through the length of the rib cage. Okay, we're going to move into side plank here, Vashisthasana next. So let's reach this top arm back up. That'll make things a little easier, relatively. Turn onto the outer edge of your back foot, and then slide the right leg back, seeing if you can come directly into your side plank. Hug the inner thighs together, pull your toes up towards your shins. Then you can reach that top arm back overhead. Try bowing the hips up towards the ceiling. Stay for 2 more breaths. Okay, then lower to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down to your belly. We're going to start in locust pose here, please. Point your toes back. Reach the arms forward. Inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, lower back down. And then head into downward facing dog. Second side. Inhale, left leg up. Bend the knee, stack the hip open. Hold here, and again, soften the right heel towards the mat. Keep the hands evenly balanced on the floor. Then inhale, square the hips. Exhale, pull the foot forward. Coming all the way up into your high lunge. Reach tall through the arms. Whew, a little wobbly there on this side. Arms extended. Inhale here. Exhale, elbows wide. Inhale as you straighten the arms this time, straighten the front leg, and then hold the breath for 3 counts. And then exhale, bend your knee, bend your elbows. Keep going with that movement. So we're holding at the top of the inhale to retain energy, retain prana into the body. Right? So I said this would be an energizing practice, building the amount of prana, life force in the body. And by holding at the top of the inhale, that's exactly what we're doing. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend the front knee, and then lower the hands down. Add the twist, plant the right palm, reach up and open through the left arm. Okay, we added a side stretch. Let's do that on this side too. Reach the top arm up and over. Keep the length of the twist. Try not to round this bottom shoulder forward so that shoulder stays back still, away from the ear. Then you're going to reach the top arm back up. Turn onto the outer edge of your back foot for side plank. Vashisthasana, step the left leg back, stack through the feet. Now you guys know you can lower the bottom knee if you need a little variation, right? There's so many options in side plank. You could do this one. You could take this top leg behind the front leg. Okay, that's kind of the next step in between. And then all the way to your full side plank. Reach the top arm overhead for 2 more breaths. Lift the hips a little higher. Then come on over to plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down. Reach your arms forward. Shalambhasana, locust pose. Everything comes up on inhale. And then exhale and head back to downward facing dog. Okay, from here, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold back down. Clasp your hands together behind your back and reach the arms up and over. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you'd like. You might like to keep the legs straight. I feel more comfortable here with knees pretty bent. Okay, release the arms down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Then all the way up to standing. Big reach up. Hands to the heart. Relax your hands down by your sides. Close your eyes. Take a few breaths to just be present with how you're feeling. Okay, let's move into sun salutations. Today we'll move into sun salute L, L for lunge. Hands together at the heart. Inhale, big reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Step your right leg back to a low lunge. Drop the right knee down and then big reach up as you inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower down. You can always drop the knees first. This time, cobra or upward dog is appropriate, or you can go back to locust. And then exhale, head back, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, lower the back knee. Big reach up as you inhale, tall spine, long arms. Exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat. Clasp your hands behind you. Then coming up through chair pose, inhale through chair. Straighten the legs at the top of that breath. Exhale, hands to heart. Second side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Step your left leg back, lower the left knee down, and then reach up as you inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Choose a back bend as you inhale, and then head back to downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, lower the back knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat with hands clasped behind you. Come up through chair pose all the way to stand, and then hands to heart. Okay, we'll do that one more time, right and left side, but I would like you to add your pranayama, your breathing practice. So what we're doing is holding the inhale for 3 counts at the top of that inhale and then regular exhale. Okay, try it one more time on your own. Yes, you have to hold even here in plank. Right foot still on that side, holding for 3. And then left side. You've got this. We're almost finished with sun salutations. And again, when you're finished, rest your hands by your sides, close your eyes, take a few breaths here. Notice the quality of your breath, if and how it's changed from this practice. Same with the quality of your mind. How has it changed through your practice? Okay, you can stay at the top of your mat. I'm going to turn so you can see me better. Standing in Tadasana, feet about hip distance apart. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Interlace your fingers, turn the palms up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, head over to the right side and hold here. So as you're in this side stretch, notice if you're here, where you're actually rounding a little bit forward or down towards the floor. So keep yourself in this open position, turning the side of the rib cage up towards the ceiling, even if it means you're not as deep going towards the side. Then we're going to switch it all up, shift the weight into your right foot, lift the left foot off the floor. Balance for a moment here. And then come back to center, inhale into the middle, exhale over to the left side. Same thing, side stretch. Shift your weight into the right foot. That's your left foot. Shift your weight into your left foot and then take the right foot off the floor. It's just like being in class with me. I mess up the left and right. Okay, then lower that foot back down. Inhale to the middle and exhale, lower your arms down by your sides. Okay, now I'm going to turn back to the top of my mat. You can stay where you are probably, hands to the heart. Let's go into some standing work, standing poses. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and then choose to move through a vinyasa or head right into downward facing dog, your choice. I'm going to skip the vinyasa this time, but you're welcome to take it. Once you're in downward facing dog, inhale, lift the right leg up, bend the knee, stack the hip, open to the side. Hold here again in scorpion tail, or this time you can flip your dog over, where you follow this right foot down to the floor, and then your left foot also turns to catch yourself on the feet and lift up through the hips. Now, if you would like, you can try straightening this left leg out to get even more of this big stretch across the front body. Then take it back over to downward dog. Inhale the right leg up.
Exhale to warrior two. Set the right foot in between the hands and open up to face the long edge of your mat. In your inhale, reach into reverse warrior. And as you exhale, come all the way over into side angle pose. Guess what? We're going to hold at the top of the inhale again for 3 counts here in reverse warrior, hold. And then exhale, side angle pose. Same thing, 2 more times. Last one. Okay, now head back into reverse warrior and hold there. Take your back arm and wrap it around to the top of your front thigh. Hold here, straighten your front leg so you're in reverse triangle. Good, continue to reach up through this top hand, feeling this long stretch through the side body. And then finally, we're gonna move next into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So bend your front knee on the way over, land the front hand down, shift the weight over, lift the top leg, and then you can also lift this top arm, right? And if you prefer to have a block underneath this bottom hand, go for it. Okay, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, couple of breaths here. If you'd like, you can take the variation where you bend the top knee and grab the foot. Okay, as you land, you're going to come back into warrior two for a breath. Big inhale here, hold for 1 exhale to make sure you're grounded, you're aware of both feet on the ground. Then on your next exhale, lower the hands down and take it back to downward dog and through a vinyasa. Vinyasas are optional. You can always skip them whenever you like. And then let's move into the second side. Inhale, left leg up. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Hold this shape or flip your dog over and drop that foot down. Okay, so left foot is flat on the floor, right leg can be straight if you'd like this time, or you can have both knees bent as you reach and extend through the left fingertips overhead. Then come back to downward facing dog and draw the left foot forward into warrior two. Once you're set, inhale, reverse your warrior and hold for 3 counts at the top of your inhale. And then exhale, head over into side angle pose. We're doing this 3 more times. Okay, then when you've finished, stay in your reverse warrior and wrap your back hand around towards this front thigh. Then straighten your front leg so you're in reverse triangle. Continue to lift through the top fingertips and get this big stretch through the side body. Then you'll move over into half moon, taking your time. Bend the front knee, lower the front hand. You can put the hand on the block if you'd like. Reach up and back through that back foot, and then the top arm can lift. Hold here for your half moon, or bend your top knee and grab the foot. Last few breaths here. And then release and head back to warrior 2. And again, lower the hands, step back to downward dog, take it through a vinyasa if you'd like. And then let's meet in child's pose for a moment here. So sit back towards your heels, rest the forehead down. Your arms can come back by your sides. Tune into your breath. Okay, let's head back to downward dog. I'm going to move my block. Okay, downward dog. From there, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold back down. All the way up as you inhale. And then release the hands down. Take a few breaths here. Okay, so again, I'm going to face the camera so that you can see me well. Feet are hip distance apart, hands on your hips. Shift into your right foot and head into tree pose. Take that left foot along the inside of the leg, either below your knee or grab the foot and take it above the knee. Hands can come to the heart, either holding there or reach the arms up. So if you would like the added layer of practice, hold your breath for 3 counts at the top of your inhale. So in the Sanskrit, this is called kumbhaka, retention. Then lower your right hand to your hip. We're transitioning into dancer pose. Reach the left hand behind you, grab the top of the left foot. Hold here, or press the foot back into the hand and extend forward through the right arm. You can connect the index finger and thumb on your right hand, so you're in Jnana Mudra. That's the name of it. So circuit of energy moving up the arm and down the arm. Then slowly release and drop the foot down. Shake it out, wiggle it out, whatever you got to do, the yoga wiggle. And then second side. So left hand on the hip. Start with the right leg up in your tree pose. Extend either the hands to the heart or reach the arms up. Find your breath. Then lower your left hand to your hip and move into dancer pose. Grab the right foot. Woo! When you're ready and you feel steady, extend the left arm forward. Kick back through the right foot. Index finger and thumb can be connected on this front hand in Jnana Mudra. Then slowly release and come down. Back to both feet, wiggle it out. All right, nice job, yogis. Let's take the feet as wide as the mat, turn the toes slightly out. Hands to the heart. Big inhale up, and then we're coming down into malasana, into your squat. Elbows can come inside the knees, look forward. If you're kind of up where your heels don't come down here, you might feel more comfortable to sit on a block, placing a block underneath your sit bones, even at that tallest height, right? It'll still support you. So feel free to adjust with a block, and then hands to the heart. Hold here for a moment. This is a nice way to stretch out the lower back after we've done some back bends. Okay, then go ahead and lower the sit bones down and rock up and down on the length of your spine a couple of times. Then you'll stay on your back, set the feet on the mat, arms down by your sides. And again, we're heading into bridge pose. And maybe this time it feels a little different because we've warmed up the back much more than when we first started class. So knees are roughly in line over your heels, arms are down by your sides, and then press into your feet, come up to bridge pose, clasp the hands behind you, stay here for about 5 breaths. Did I mention you can still be holding at the top of inhale, adding your kumbhaka practice? At the pot, take one more inhale here, and then exhale and release down. Good. For your counter pose, draw your knees together, your feet a little wider apart. This is called constructive rest. Hang out here and feel the natural curve of your lower back away from the mat. Okay, so we'll take 2 more back bends. Feet are going to set up, again, hip distance apart between knees and between feet. For your 2 more back bends, you can go back to bridge pose, or you can move into supported bridge, which means you have the block underneath the hips. The block can be at any of its 3 heights. Or you can move into your bigger back bend of wheel pose, Urdhva Dhanurasana. So we'll talk you through that one if you'd like. So you start out just as you would in bridge, and then your hands come back along the side of your head. So elbows point up towards the ceiling, and ideally here, your fingers are towards your feet. As a temporary practice, you can let the fingers turn slightly out towards the sides. Okay, so this is kind of not cheating, but a variation that you can work with to begin this pose. But then long term in your practice, practicing over weeks, months, years, we do want the fingers pointed towards the toes. Okay, so arms are in this position. You'll lift the hips up. Nice and strong in the arms. We're going to take that half step where you come up onto the crown of your head. So push into your hands and lift onto the crown of your head. Pause here for a moment, hug your elbows towards one another, pull your shoulder blades down the back, then you can push into your hands and come all the way up to your full expression of wheel or Urdhva Dhanurasana. They're the same pose, they have different names. Try to keep your toes facing forward. So the natural tendency is for the toes to turn out. But in order to keep things happy in our low back and in our hips, try to keep toes facing forward. When you're ready to come out of this pose, tuck your chin on the way down, land on the back of your head, and then roll down through your spine. Again, here you'll draw the knees together, feet a little wide, and rest in constructive rest. And then you can make the executive decision if you'd like to take 1 more back bend, bridge or wheel pose, or if you think you're good for today. So for my 3rd pose, I'm going to take supported bridge. So knees and feet hip distance apart, lift the hips, find your block. So I've said this before, if you don't have a block at home, you can try modifying with perhaps a stack of books, or you can find maybe, I don't know, what, empty boxes from your electronics? What do you think? You might have something block-like at home. Otherwise, you can purchase your blocks or straps pretty much anywhere. Target, Amazon, whatever you like. All right, coming out of this final back bend, now you can hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Then cross your right thigh over your left. So now we're going to do counter stretches, 1 hand on each knee. And your main goal here is simply to hug your knees towards your chest and feel your lower back press into the mat. Then you can slide your hands down towards your ankles, and this will change how you're feeling this stretch a bit. Okay, keep the legs crossed. Open the arms out in line with your shoulders. If you'd like, you can hook the right foot underneath the left shin for a double bind, and then lower your legs to the left side so you're in a reclining eagle twist. You can either look up towards the ceiling or over towards your right hand. Then on your next inhale, come out of the twist, uncross the legs, and cross the left thigh on top of the right. Place one hand on each knee. Hold here, feeling your lower back press into the floor. Or you can go a little further and experiment with sliding your hands down towards your ankles, which will slightly change how you feel this stretch. Okay, then open the arms long in line with your shoulders. Here, if you want, cross your left ankle under the right shin, and then lower your legs over to the right side this time. Look either up at the ceiling or over towards your left hand as you breathe in this twist. Since we're cooling down now, you can allow the breath to move freely. So we're no longer holding at the top of the inhale. We've let that go. Okay, come back to center, uncross the legs. Place one hand on each knee. We're going to finish off with Apanasana, which is a really simple pose. And again, just making sure our lower back feels happy. So one hand on each knee. Inhale, the legs move away from the chest until your arms are straight. And then exhale, draw the legs back towards your chest. That's it. That's the whole thing. Let's do it 3 more times. Inhale, the legs move forward, the arms straighten. Exhale, knees to chest. Twice more. Good. Once you've finished that, go ahead, extend the legs and release your arms down for Shavasana, final relaxation. If the lower back is feeling cranky at all, then you can take your blanket or pillow or anything you've got here, roll it up so that you have a little bit of height underneath your knees. Okay? I'm going to set up my timer so that we do a 3-minute Shavasana, and then following that, we'll do a 5-minute meditation. Okay, so here we go, 3-minute Shavasana. Get cozy. No effort required. Feel your body melt into the floor.
Slowly wiggle your fingers and toes to wake back up. And then bend your knees and roll over to one side. Take a breath or two on your side. And then push up to a comfortable seated position. Okay, so sit on some height so that you're comfortable here. And sitting with a nice tall spine. I'll put 5 minutes on the timer, starting now. Move your attention to your heart center. And imagine there a white light directly in the center of your heart. We're talking about the energetic heart here, the heart chakra. So you can imagine this heart in the very middle of your chest. So this light is in the middle of your chest. And as you inhale, see this light expand outward in all directions. And as you exhale, feel the light draw back to its starting point. Inhale, the light of your heart, the energy of your heart expands outward. Exhale, this white light draws back to its starting point. Inhale, the light expands outward. Exhale, the light contracts back in. Visualize your light expanding bigger each time, so that eventually your light fills your whole body when you inhale. And as you exhale, it contracts back to the heart center. Inhale, your light expands through your whole body. Exhale, the light contracts back to the heart center. And you may begin to expand your light beyond the physical realm of your body, so that your energy, your light, moves into the space surrounding your body. On the inhale, the light expands. On the exhale, the light contracts. Then slowly and gradually allow the light to get a little smaller each round as you call that light back towards the heart center. Each time the light expands with inhale, now it's a little bit smaller than the last time. slowly drawing the light back into your heart. Hold that light at your heart, your source of energy and love. And draw your palms together in front of your heart and rub your hands together, building some warmth, some energy in your hands. And when your hands are nice and warm, place them over your heart once more to seal in your energy of compassion, gratitude, and love. And draw your palms back together. Namaste.